Playing with Cyril Diaz all these years and into the recording business. I went to Caribbean and they just threw me off with it. I went back again and asked them, I said, listen, I tell you I have nice music, you would like it. They brought us in, they said, look, you need some rehearsal, go back and rehearse. In the meantime, I did a tune with Joe, it was called Teensville. I made a record. But everywhere that band played, it was a scramble for dancing partners. Everybody was going crazy over this particular tune. And he had recorded the tune somewhere in 59.
I say, did you play with him or?
Yeah, well, record. I used to record with him.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we all was in his brother's band, and Joey was on keyboards, Boy Lewis was on guitar, you know, and I was there knocking, and that's why I knew them very good. And well, I became an established bongo player, so whenever his people couldn't do recordings, I would do it with them. And I remember seeing people reaction to this tune each time this band play anywhere, you know. And I said, well, why this record isn't coming out? You see, God worked in mysterious ways. RC was bringing out all the records fluently. And this particular tune, each time it come to Trinidad, the master went bad, it got scratched, it broke, it couldn't print. And it was months this tune cannot get released. I went to Cook, I said, listen to me, I have a tune here. If you record my band with this tune, you're in business. They got tired of me. They said, look, come in with the band. And I went in on Monday evening and recorded Teensville. And the flip side, I recorded Only Make Believe. That's a tune from Showboat. That's one of the ideas again. His musical knowledge, his arrangement, youngsters. And if you listen to the record, you could see the amateurism in the record. Cook took that record that Monday evening. By Friday night, they had a program from 7 to 7:15 playing their new hits, new releases. And they put that record on. I was living at 80 St. Vincent Street. How these people get promoters from all south and didn't get to know where I was living was beyond me.
Everybody come down to
Teensville, this new band, is youths, teenagers. That was it. We never turned back since. Now, the guy that charged 200 in New Year's Eve night, they had to turn back people. The guys in Toko, they, I'm telling you, I mean, it was a fiasco. A musical fiasco. We just took everything that was moving dance-wise in Trinidad. That record came out in November 1960 and one album in 1961. That too was a hit. Everything we did made the charts. There's no question about it. Approximately, let's say about my first 14 or between 14 to 16 recordings made the charts in Trinidad and the Caribbean. And I went right back into the same thing I tried to shun from traveling. It was up the islands every year, back home. Up the islands, back home. In those days, the other islands in the Caribbean, they concentrated very much on Trinidad. Trinidad, well, it was Sparrow, Melody, and all the great calypsonians down there, and the bands. And since we were at that time seriously the most popular group eventually, and we just took everything and never turned back after that. Never turned back after that. We just went from strength to strength, changes. I started making changes. I put a trumpet, Ron Berridge. Well, by then, the best of musicians is coming. I had Benjamin and Roy Keep.
Roy Keep played with you too?
For years, about 5-6 years. He played with us. Then we brought in Ron Berridge. He came in. He played trumpets. I now have 2 saxophones and a trumpet.
Serious number. He
Yes.
want to have his own band too, Ron Berridge.
Yes, yeah.
Mm.
They played with me for years. Ron Berridge became a feature writer.
Mm.
He would score the music while Bev would give him the chords and he would score the sheets for us, you know.
Mm.
And it was a beautiful bunch of people, and we worked for many, many years together. And then I decided to bring a guy came from England named Lloyd Irish, trombonist. But he died in Ohio a few years ago, yeah. Lloyd Irish. Then we increased the size of the band again. We brought a trombone in, so we played in a wider and broader scale of music. You know, and that was it. Then by '67, changes started coming around. Berridge decided, well, he would like to open his own band. He came to discuss it. No problem. Cape went with him. I brought in other guys, and one thing, I was always ahead of the game. I knew exactly where I'm going. If such, you know, whatever happened, whoever leaves. If a guy die, that is not going to crush me, or you know. I had my head on with that, the business part of it, so to speak. And I always had good substitutes. And I maintained a group. Then Clive Bradley. Bev left for the States. Clive Bradley came in arranging and performing. He went on keyboards.
So Clive Bradley play for you too?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
No connection here.
The only part of Clive Bradley's career that hurt me, people had Clive Bradley down as a steel band arranger. Clive Bradley was one of the most accomplished jazz musicians in Trinidad and Tobago. A keyboardist, and his knowledge and his work had a unique, so to speak, a unique method of arranging, his writing. I mean, Clive Bradley was one of Trinidad's great musicians, conventional musician. Before he went into this band thing, he really got his fame by pan. A lot of it hurt when I keep hearing master arranger for this steel band, that steel band. This guy was way ahead.
More than that.
Plenty more. Believe it or not. He was one of the guys in Radio Trinidad was paid to perform. Yeah, on Sunday Serenade and things like that. Clive Bradley was an accomplished musician. Oh yeah, this guy had everything. Yep. This steel band thing came late in his life, you know. And after Bev left, Desperados needed an arranger.
He arranged for Desperados too.
Right. And Cape took him up there.
So Cape was playing with you at the time with
No. Cape had already gone over to
Ron Berridge.
I had what I had now was a group of younger musicians. Like Mitchell, this guy used to play alto saxophone, Sylvester. I had young musicians that I went in the Tacarigua home.
Sylvester in police band now?
Yes.
Okay, saxophone.
Alto. Yeah, I went to Tacarigua and brought those guys out.
Okay.
They would go to play and I'll take them back. You know? I had a young group of musicians. The band was transformed into soul music. We were playing just as authentic as an American soul band under Bradley. We were selling out midnight shows in the Lux. Any entertainer from America that came to Trinidad during that period with Bradley, I was the opening act. When Arthur Conley came to Trinidad, we opened. Percy Sledge, we opened. And that band maintained that soul style in the music. You know Trinidad, we can do just as good as you. But Bradley just had everything, note for note, the styling. I mean, he was like a regiment officer. That band played exactly to the point where in 1969, the Bahamas needed, well, Trinidad and Tobago supplied, well, I guess the other islands also, but I could talk for Trinidad. We supplied the Bahamas with police, prison officers, and musicians. And I remember on 2 occasions, groups of musicians left Trinidad to go to the Bahamas. And then when I was called, the tourist board called and asked some money for a band to go to the Bahamas. And he asked me if I would like to do it. I accepted. And we left Trinidad January the 4th. And we went to the Bahamas. You know what I ended up doing in the Bahamas? Back in Carla Thomas.
Okay.
Tyrone Davis. We were the resident band at the Cattonville nightclub. That's the government club, Ministry of Tourism. The director of tourism was the person who controlled the entertainment. They would bring these singers, Betty Wright, Tyrone Davis, Clarence Carter, Johnny Taylor, and their resident band was the band to back these top-notch American singers, and that is the role I played. That was the role.
Who you took along as musicians with you in that 69?
Oh, wow. I had good guys. I had 2 good trumpet players. Dizzy Bonnell, and this guy just died recently. I just can't call his name right now, but anyway, I had 2 trumpets, 1 saxophone, drums, guitar. But by that time I came up the drums, I was playing vibes then.
Okay.
The vibes were there, I had a drummer, guitar, no keyboard. Because see, they were trying to minimize the side, they having a big payroll. I couldn't carry on this, you know. But we worked there for 18 months. Strictly tourism. And at the end of the 18-month period, by then I was playing Yellowbird, Rum and Coca-Cola every night.
Tourist
Yeah. Making money playing Rum and Coca-Cola. I'm not studying no fantastic arrangements no more. Because that wasn't, the purpose being there was to play Caribbean music and tourist music. And when they have these big shows, we will rehearse those artists. They'll come down a day or 2 before their show, do their thing and fly out next day and go on to another port, you know. And I decided that I would head for New York. 3 of us came out here, and the others stayed there. 1 went back to Trinidad, and the others stayed in the Bahamas. And that was the end of that. When I got here, it took me a little while to fall in line and observe what is taking place. I got a band back together here. And that was like late 70s. And we worked all the way down to about 85. And then I decided to take a rest from this. And I went back in 2003. And the band was welcomed throughout this country. All people heard was Clarence Curvan band. It's in New York. We played for the Miami Independence Ball. From there we played in Atlanta, Trinidad and Tobago Atlanta Association. We played for their ball. We went to Baltimore. We went to DC. We played in Silver Springs, Silver Springs, they call that area. We started traveling up and down the country. The band is still here today. We 2 weeks ago we played for the Trinidad and Tobago Independence Ball for New York for the first time. And still here, still going on. We have a very, very dedicated bunch of musicians. They're not into the youth thing. Because they realize too. We all realize this is the last hurrah, brother. There's nothing after this.
So when you used to play percussion still, or?
I'm a drummer, yeah.
Yes.
But no, right now, no. No, brother. I am there directing the operation.
Okay, yeah. People playing.
Yes, sir. Taking care of business, you know. That's my role right now. Occasionally, I will go and sit in, see my face. That's it. But I just handle my business as it's supposed to be, and have these guys working it out. But I have a very dedicated bunch of musicians. I have a keyboard from Grenada, Clarence Curvan is his name. Anselm Scrubs, he's from St. Vincent. And the others are from Trinidad, the drummer. Errol Burrows, and Cecil Henry, he's on tenor saxophone. Alexander, that's one of my old players from home. He's on alto sax. Joseph Alexander. I have a nice good bunch of guys. I have a Trinidad guitarist, John Dindolal. Yeah, nice guys. My vocalist is Peter D. Royce. He was a super singer. He sang, he had a hit 2 or 3 years ago. Come Back Peter, Come Back Paul. I don't know if you hear it.
I think yeah.
He's the vocalist with the band. He's a nice little showman. And I have a female vocalist also, Lynette Latouche. She's from San Fernando, yeah.
Okay.